So students, this is the continuation video of the drainage system of India, and this, we are going to discuss about the Himalayan river system. The evolution we had already discussed. Let us discuss about the three main systems in this, which are the Indus drainage, the Ganga drainage, and the Brahmaputra drainage. So first of all, the Indus drainage system. The Indus rises in the Tibet at an altitude of 5,180 meters near the Mansarovar lake. Okay, and it flows west and northwestward and enters Indian territory in Jammu and Kashmir. Okay, so basically it's a west flowing river towards the Punjab Haryana region, and extends up to Sindh in Pakistan. Okay, most of its parts lies in Pakistan, and it enters the Indian territory through Jammu and Kashmir. The river, forming a spectacular gorge in this reach, pierces the Kailash range several times. So basically it originates from the Kailash range into India. So it forms a deep gorge in the Kailash range when it enters India. It flows through Ladakh, Baltistan, Gilgit to finally emerge out of the hills at Attock. The Indus flows southwestward across Pakistan to reach the Arabian Sea east coast of Karachi. Arabian Sea east of Karachi. So basically it drains into Arabian Sea. With a total length of 2,880 kilometers, the Indus is considered as one of the largest rivers of the world, and it has a catchment area, means the drainage area, of around 11,65,000 square kilometers, of which as much as 3,21,290 square kilometers only lies within the India. India can, however, utilize only 20% of the in total discharge of the Indus River, according to the regulations of Indo Water Treaty signed with Pakistan. Okay, so there was a dispute once with the regarding the usage of the water of Indus River between India and Pakistan, as a result of which this treaty called the Indus Water Treaty was signed with Pakistan, in which it was decided that as most of the part of Indus River lies in the Pakistan, so only 20% of the water of Indus River can be used by India according to this treaty. So the Jhelum River, it rises in spring of Verinag, situated in the southeastern part of the Vale of Kashmir, and it flows northwards from its source to Wular Lake and further down southward westward until it enters a gorge cut by this river in the Pir Panjal range. So it forms a gorge in the Pir Panjal range. It turns to the northwest below Uri and to the south below Muzaffarabad and continues until Mangla is reached. So that is the whole path of this river. So between Muzaffarabad and Mangla, it runs roughly along the Indo-Pakistan borders. Okay, so it joins Chenab near Jhang in Pakistan. It also goes up to the Pakistan. Then the Chenab River, the Chenab of Jammu and Kashmir state, is known as the Chandrabhaga in Himachal Pradesh. Okay, originates from the Jammu and Kashmir and known as Chandrabhaga in the Himachal Pradesh. Chandrabhaga flows northwestward. All these rivers are west flowing rivers towards the Punjab, Haryana, and then extends up to Pakistan and runs parallel to the Pir Panjal range for some distance. Near Kishtwar, it cuts a deep gorge in the Pir Panjal and turns southward and flows in the direction for a short distance. Further down, it turns to west and enters the plain area near the Akhnur. Comes the Ravi River. The source of this river lies near the Rohtang Pass. Okay, and it flows to the northwest from its place of origin and drains in the area lying between the southeastern part of the Pir Panjal range and Dhauladhar range. Some distance below Chamba, it turns to the southwest, cuts a gorge in the Dhauladhar range, and enters the Punjab plain near Madhopur. See, for understanding these routes of these rivers, you better need to look towards the maps of these rivers. Okay, so better you can understand the course of the river. So it being a part of Indo-Pakistan boundary, the river has some strategic significance also, and it joins the Chenab near Multan, Pakistan. Its total length is about 720 kilometers. So all these ranges of or these tributaries of the Indus system drain into finally flow up to the Pakistan. Then comes the Beas. They originate from a place known as the Beas Kund near the Rohtang Pass. In its early stage, it runs from north to south past Manali and Kullu, when its valley is popularly known as the Kullu Valley. Okay, so this is an important thing, that Kullu Valley has been formed by the Beas River. It crosses the Dhauladhar range through a deep gorge. Further down, it turns into west and enters the Punjab plain near Talwada. After entering this plain, it turns to southwest and joins the Satluj near Harike after flowing for a distance of 615 kilometers. So it joins the Satluj river. Okay, these all rivers are the major rivers of the Punjab plain. Okay, the 5 rivers. The Satluj, it originates from the Rakaz Lake, which is situated at an altitude of 4,630 meters in Tibet. This lake is connected with Mansarovar by a stream. It follows northwestward and enters Himachal Pradesh at Shipki La Pass. Further down, it flows westward, then cuts a deep gorge where it pierces the Himalayan ranges, means comes out of the Himalayan range before entering the Punjab plain. It cuts a deep gorge when the Bhakra Dam has been constructed. Okay, so Bhakra Dam has been constructed over the Satluj river. Below Roopnagar, it turns to the west. Beas, its right bank tributary, joins it at Harike. Okay, as we studied above. Then its total length is 1440 kilometers. During its onward journey, it receives the collective water of the Ravi, Chenab, Jhelum rivers and join the Indus few kilometers above Mithankot Pass in the Pakistan. Okay, so basically all these were the tributaries of the Indus river system, which join the Indus in the Punjab plain, and hence this name has been given to the Punjab state. Okay, that is the land of 5 rivers. Now coming to the second, that is the Ganga drainage system. So river system includes the Ganga and its tributaries like Yamuna, Gomti, Ghaggar or Ghagra as we say it, Gandak, Ramganga, Mahaganga and the Kosi. All these rivers originate in Himalayas. Ganga rises in the Garhwal Himalayas in Uttaranchal at an altitude of 6,600 meters, the highest point. The river acquires its name after its head strands Alaknanda and Bhagirathi unite at Devprayag. It acquires its name from the place where its 2 head streams Alaknanda and Bhagirathi meet at Devprayag. So flowing west southwestward, the Ganga debouches from hills near Haridwar. Okay, one of its that is the Bhagirathi, one of its main stream flows towards Bengal. Okay, goes towards Bengal or Bangladesh, and another, that is the main river, flows towards the central India, flowing from the Haridwar. The total length of Ganga is 2,525 kilometers, out of which 2,415 kilometers in India and rest of the Ganga measuring 110 kilometers in Bangladesh. The total area of Ganga basin in India alone is 8,61,404 square kilometers. Beyond Farakka, it flows eastward into Bangladesh, where it is known as the Padma River. Okay, so Bangladesh, it is known as the Padma River. Before falling into Bay of Bengal, the Padma receives a Brahmaputra, which is known as the Jamuna and Meghna. So both of these rivers again meet in Bangladesh, Jamuna, and that is Brahmaputra. Okay, not Yamuna. Jamuna does not refer here to Yamuna, it refers to Brahmaputra as it is called in Bangladesh, and both of them then meet to fall in the Bay of Bengal. So next is the Yamuna river, that is most important tributary. It's a right bank tributary of the Ganga, and it takes its rise at Yamunotri glacier at 3,965 meter. After cutting a deep gorge across the lesser Himalayas, that is the Shivalik ranges towards the south up to Agra, it flows towards the southwest and enters the Ganga plain near Tajiwala. It flows towards south up to Agra and further down in the southeast direction till it joins the Ganga at Allahabad. Okay, as we know that it is the Sangam, or that is the meeting point of the Ganga and Yamuna, that is Allahabad. The length of Yamuna from its source to Allahabad is about 1,375 kilometers. Next comes the Ghagra. The Ghagra headwater is the Karnali. It is of trans-Himalayan origin and crosses the western part of Nepal Himalayas through deep and narrow gorges. Okay, It joins the Ganga near Chhapra. It often shifts its course. Means it does not have a fixed path. Okay, it's a trans Himalayan river and flows from the western part of Nepal Himalayas through deep narrow gorges. Then the Gandak river, it rises near Sino-Nepal boundary and drains the central part of Nepal after entering Champaran district of Bihar. Okay, means it rises near the China-Nepal boundary, drains the part of Nepal, and after entering Champaran district of Bihar, it turns to the southeast and joins the left bank of the Ganga at Sonpur. Like the Ghaggar, it often changes its course and notorious for its floods. Then Kosi river, it drains eastern Nepal and enters the Saharsa district of Bihar in numerous channels. The river is notorious for shifting its course, depositing silt and causing floods. It joins the left bank of Ganga at Karagola. Okay. Then is the Brahmaputra drainage system. It originates from the Chimayung Dung Glacier, located about 100 kilometers, then southeast of the Mansarovar Lake. It runs about a distance of 1250 kilometers in the north of Himalayas, in a direction parallel to it, means parallel to Shivaliks as we studied in its origin, and it's known as Sangpo in Tibet. It takes a southward turn near Namcha Barwa and enters Arunachal Pradesh as Dihang River. Okay, in Arunachal Pradesh it is known as the Dihang River. It flows in a westerly direction up to Dhubri. After this, it takes a southern turn and enters Bangladesh. There it joins the Ganga and forms the world's largest delta, that is the Ganga Brahmaputra delta. Like the Indus, it's an example of antecedent drainage. Its total length is 2900 kilometers. Several tributaries join this river. Important right bank tributaries are Sabansiri, Bhareli. Right bank tributaries means which join them at a right angle: Sabansiri, Bhareli, Manas, and left hand tributaries are Dibang, Lohit, Buri, Dihing, and Dhansiri. These the names which may seem strange to you are because of the origin of these words, which are related to the northeastern region, or you can say the Tibet region. Okay, so these tributaries bring a large quantity of water, and the Brahmaputra channel becomes 8 kilometers wide during this rainy season. It causes frequent floods. So this was all about the Himalayan river systems. Tomorrow we'll discuss about the peninsular river systems. Okay, till then, thank you.